Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a chit chat, get ready with me. It is going to be all about the look that I've been wearing a ton lately. I've been getting lots of requests on YouTube, on Snapchat, because I'm addicted to this look and is what I wear when I really want to look super glammed up. Gold on the lids, some smoky red colors in there, and then a very deep lip, and then like great, perfect, glowy skin. And this video today is sponsored by Dermablend, which I'm really excited about. If you would have seen about a month ago now, I reviewed their Smooth Liquid Camo Foundation, and I absolutely loved it, so I'm super glad that they loved me back. So let's go ahead and get started. While we are on the topic of Dermablend, I might as well go ahead and start applying the foundation. As I mentioned, I did a full Oily Skin Diaries review on this, and it was so funny because I thought it was a really good color. Look how much, look how quickly it covered up that big old blemish I had on my face. This is a medium coverage foundation, but I think that it definitely leans more towards full. You can kind of go with a layer coverage or build it up, but it definitely gives you so much coverage. But in that video I got so many people commenting saying that it matched my skin so well. It was like my best color match ever, because if you know me and you know my foundation reviews, I have so much problems matching my skin. It's like I'm in this weird in-between shade. I'm like an NC42, NC43 probably for reference. And it's like some shades are either just too dark and the other ones are too light. So I'm always stuck in the middle, and I always end up mixing foundations together, which gets expensive. So I was super excited that this shade worked for me. I'm wearing the shade 55W, but I've also worn a couple other shades. I'll insert some clips just so you can see a few different shades compared if you're a similar skin tone to me. But in that foundation review, you would have seen that my skin didn't look dry or cakey, so it's still like nice and hydrated, but it had a great wear time. I didn't look super oily at the end of the day, even though I didn't blot or anything. I still blotted at the end because I do have quite oily skin, but I was super impressed with this foundation. Like, it said it was oil free and had great coverage and stuff, but I'm always skeptical because of my skin type. And I was just so happy, and I got to thinking about how when I first started using makeup, I could never match myself, and I had absolutely no idea. I would always buy shades that were way too dark, and I'm actually going to put this on my eyes too and use it as an eye primer. But I would always buy shades that were way too dark, and then I just started buying, like, I would buy a foundation, a moisturizer, and then like a liquid bronzer. And I would mix all three of those together and like concoct my own formula for a foundation, because I could just never get anything that looked at all decent, and my skin tone changes so much through like winter and summer. And this has got SPF in it too, which is nice. It's got SPF 25, and I didn't find that it had like bad flashback or anything when I did my flash photo test in that review, which I will link to down below. You can get this at Ulta if you are in the States, which I will link to, and you can also find it at Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada. And I like to use a beauty blender with it, but you can also use your hands, or I used a brush, and that was nice too. It all gives great coverage. I'm gonna bake under my eyes, which isn't something I do all the time, but generally before filming or something like that I will bake, or if I've got extra time. It's just kind of fun, honestly. I love to like just play around and try new things. I'm also gonna put some of this loose powder over my eyes, because I like to powder before I put down my eyeshadow, because my eyelids are super oily, so I always put some kind of base, but then I want to make sure that like my shadows blend on top of it really nicely. And because this powder is finely milled, it allows me to like blend more easily. While that all bakes, I'm just going to start on my eyes, and this has been a look that I've been going for a lot lately. And you know when you get in those like moods where you're just like, I'm gonna wear this look all the time, I love it. That has been this look for me. And I've just been like so into like full-on makeup. But what's nice is that that foundation gives me like really nice coverage, but it doesn't like feel super cakey or heavy on the skin. And like, I'm not just saying that because this is sponsored. Like, this video came to be like after my Oily Skin Diaries, so you can go check out like my rave review there. But it is like awesome, and I totally see why it's like such an iconic brand and has been around for such a long time. And if you have sensitive skin, or any kind of skin issues like rosacea or eczema, things like that, things you're looking to cover up or things you're not looking to like make worse, I think that this is definitely a brand to look into. Putting this on with my fingers. Everything I use will be listed down below. I would love to know, thinking back on that concocting my own foundation thing. I would love to know like your first memories with makeup. Like I look back at like pictures of my old makeup collection and it just like, it warms my heart. Like I just had, first I only had like a little basket or a little bag. Then I moved to, I got like a utensil organizer. That's a great option if you just have a little bit of makeup and you want to keep it all organized, like a utensil like forks, knives, spoon organizer. Kept that on my bathroom counter. And I remember being so pumped to graduate university, not because I was graduating university, because then I could turn my vanity or my desk into a vanity. I was like, yes, I can finally sit down and do my makeup. Those are my priorities, guys. I'd also love to know like what age you got into makeup, because I like truly, my obsession started in probably 2011, so I was 21. And then before that, I remember the first time I ever did eyeliner was the day of my prom, and it actually turned out okay. It hasn't been that good ever since, I guess, like I was under pressure. And then as I mentioned in, in my monthly favorites, I have memories of like frosty lip smackers and sneaking those to school and putting those on when I got there. So I'm using, I just put on a little winged liner and now I'm using this tool to put on my mascara. I will never get the hang of putting on my mascara. It feels like, I don't know guys, I don't know if it's because my eyelashes are like long and curly or what, but it helps protect me and I have no shame. So now I'm going to just brush off that bake and I'm just going to lightly powder the rest of my face. As you can see, it's dried down to quite a matte finish, but because I am so oily, I always powder. I'm going to use the Dermablend powder brush. I'm going to use their powder brush to bronze as well because it is quite pinched. So you can kind of do a little double duty. Oh my god, speaking of bronzer and like old time makeup, I remember going to friends' houses in like probably high school, I guess. And first of all, I would use concealer as lipstick. Yes, I would do legit concealer lips. But I would also use people's bronzers if they didn't have shimmer in them, or maybe if they had shimmer, I don't even remember honestly, to blot my face because most of my friends were white and their powders, their bronzers were like the color of my skin. So I would use them to blot. So if you're ever in a pinch. It's just so interesting when you think about how like transformative makeup can be, because not only are you like transforming your face, your look, but for me it changes my mood, it changes the way I feel. Like yes, I feel more confident now that that pimple is covered up on my face, but like it's literally, it's like it's changed my life. Like I've made so many friends, I've got this YouTube channel which like my world basically revolves around. But even if you're just like a regular makeup user, like you can make friends in the makeup aisle. I met a girl at Ulta a few months back when I was in the States, and it's just like, I don't know. And now that I have this YouTube channel, I've had people reach out to me that I went to high school with, university with, that I probably would have never spoken to after I graduated, and they'll message me and be like, hey, I need a foundation recommendation. Like, hope this isn't random, like asking you. But I'm like, no, that's awesome. Like, I love it. Just gonna highlight, of course. It's all about that glow, my friends. I personally like to wear, obviously, a matte foundation because I have oily skin, and then just add the glow in where and when I want. And finally, a nice deep lip. I feel like lips and skin make you feel the best. Like when your skin looks good, you got a great lipstick on, unstoppable. So here's the finished look. I hope that you enjoyed this chit chat. Get ready with me. I will link to everything that I used down below, including the Dermablend Smooth Liquid Camo Foundation, along with the loose setting powder. I will also link to my Smooth Liquid Camo review. So if you'd like to see some before and afters, photo tests, how it holds up throughout the day on my oily skin, you can check that out down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!